The first episode kicks off with Muncie waking up in the middle of the woods, all disoriented. He manages to flag down a ride and heads to this diner where everyone's staring at him. He spots a couple of cops and tells them he's had a rough morning. Next, we see Muncie trying to blow off steam. He goes for a jog, works out a bit, and then guest hosts a show. He's clearly aiming for something bigger, like getting his own show. On top of that, he's writing a novel. The next day, Muncie stops by to see his wife Elena, mainly to talk to his son Dee. After that, he drives out to this cabin in the woods. It's quiet, peaceful, a place where he can jog and focus on his writing. While he's out there, he meets his neighbor Mark. Mark recognizes Muncie from CNN, and they have a little chat, before Muncie heads back to his cabin. Then, out of nowhere, the power cuts out. Muncie goes to check on Mark, but when he gets there, Mark's dead, like brutally murdered and chopped up. Before Muncie can process what's happening, he gets attacked. Masked guys are shooting at him and chasing him through the woods. He hides in a swamp and manages to take one of them out by choking him and stabbing him with a pen, but he has to leave the pen behind and just runs for it. This brings us back to the opening scene, with Muncie talking to the cops at the diner. He tells them what happened and they go with him to Mark's cabin, but when they get there, nobody, nothing. It's like the scene's been cleaned up. The cops don't really believe him. They think maybe he's imagining things. After all, he's a writer, and they figure he's just got a vivid imagination. But they do find Mark's watch strap in the sauna, so there's at least something. They take Muncie back to his cabin and notice his car tires are slashed. The cops say they'll investigate, but tell him to stick around and be reachable. While a tow truck guy's working on his car, he finds a tracker hidden in the rear wheel well. So now it's clear someone's been keeping tabs on Muncie. Muncie decides to head back to his place in the city, only to find it's been broken into. He calls the cops again, but they're all still skeptical about everything. They even start looking into him as if he might be involved in something shady. Meanwhile, Muncie notices small details, like a family photo knocked crooked and the porch latch broken. His buddy Kwesi tells him he needs to figure out who Mark really was because the cops are just looking for someone to blame and Muncie's an easy target. Muncie digs a little and learns Mark's full name is Mark Simon. He tracks down Mark's ex-wife Lucy and explains what happened. He tells her he saw Mark alive in that cabin, but that the next day he was gone. Muncie's trying to figure out who wanted Mark dead, because it's clear they're coming for him too. He needs something concrete to give the cops so they'll believe him. Then an FBI agent named Franco shows up. He's heard about what happened at the cabin and thinks it might tie into a case he's working on. Franco reveals that Mark was actually part of a white supremacist group called The Forge. Oh, and get this, Mark was their guy, Brother 14, who ran their newsletter. When Muncie hears that, he's floored. He calls Mark a cancerous tumor on the brainstem of the country. Franco, though, seems suspicious of Muncie and asks if that's why he wanted Mark dead. He even brings up how Muncie used to support Black Lives Matter and ran a non-profit that fought racist landlords. The agent points out how this doesn't look good. A black man alone in the woods reporting a murder tied to a known white supremacist. Muncie brushes off the accusation and focuses on protecting his family. He goes to the hospital to get his leg wound treated, but there, two guys who clearly knew Mark corner him. They threaten his family and then take off. Panicked, Muncie calls Elena and tells her to pack up. He's coming to get her and Dee. Later, a YouTuber named Laura Jennings, who runs a channel called We Are the People, reaches out to Muncie. She says she knows he didn't kill anyone and offers to help. She gives him her card, but when Muncie tries calling her that evening, she doesn't pick up. Turns out she had a heart attack in her hotel room and is now in the hospital. The episode ends with a major twist. Muncie finds Mark's bloody watch sitting inside his car.